everyone, Ray the Dash and Womble here. Hope everyone had a great Sunday. Hope all the dashers and gig workers made a lot of money and enough to pay the bills, etc. And hopefully it was a stress-free night. Hopefully all the customers got their food as they wanted. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't start till maybe, I think about 5:30, something around about that time tonight. In the end, oh jeez, and to get the van bathed and hoovered out because I made a mess of it on the driver's side at least. So I did all that, got it looking nice-ish. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I had a couple of catering orders tonight. They actually came later on in the evening, but regardless, done those. And several pizzas and several at the Mint. Just one Wingstop, I think. Yeah, just one Wingstop. It was actually, I think that was my last job, Wingstop. Yeah, it was, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know if I've done a lot of deliveries tonight, but sure as, the money seemed to be a bit easier to get today. People seem to be paying a bit more during the earlier hours. I did see that on the way home. I did see that there was several offers came in from Uber Eats, and they were paying pretty darn well, but I don't know, I'd had enough by then. I really had enough. I think one of them was like $20 from Taco Bell in Raytown, going only 5.5 miles away, but so that was good money for sure, but I just had it by then. I just want to get home, because I was out till like 3:30 last night, this morning rather, and then back at it again this evening. Anyway, okay, so one thing I did have tonight, of course I'll put all the stuff up after about. Somewhere on the video will be all what I done during the evening, with the different deliveries, etc., and how much I made per delivery, etc. So anyway, I did a pick up at not such a favourite place, 54th Street, but I wasn't too far away and it was paying pretty darn good. So I decided to take it, even though it was going out to it was going near the Greenwood, going off the Greenwood exit off of 291. So it's going the wrong way. I really wanted to head back home, really, head towards home, but anyhow, that was how it went. So anyway, did a job down there. Then my wife decides that she wants a McDonald's. I don't know why. Anyhow, so got to that, and then we headed back into Lee's Summit, and went from there. But anyway, so excuse me, I've got this cough. My wife says I keep going out without flipping shirt sleeves, and it's getting a bit chilly. It's like 59, not that cold, but it was colder before when I started getting all this. Anyway, excuse me. So yeah, I did a pick up from 54th Street. Went in there was a young lady in there waiting for an order, I suppose. Didn't really get a lot of response out of her when I asked if I asked if she was being served, because I didn't want to jump in front of her. Didn't want to just go dive in and take her flipping slot. So anyway, then someone came back and I just showed them who it was for and that. But of course I had to wait there, which ain't anything unusual. Anyhow, so while I'm stood there waiting for this, leaned up against the wall there, I wish I'd put some bloody seating in there for the drivers. Or for anyone really picking up, because they do get their customers and that wander in there rather than just a bunch of drivers. No, it's a bloody horrible place to be. You're kind of in the way anyway. Might as well have a seat and be in the way, even better. Anyhow, so like I said, while I was there, this geezer came up, older fella came up. Actually, I don't know where old, but anyway, came up and he was asking about, oh, you know, you all Dashers picking up? And I went, well, yeah, I know I am. But, and he was asking some questions. He was saying he was obviously pretty peeved off in a way. So basically what I could make it out is that he wasn't making he was pissed off that he wasn't making as much money as he thought he would be making. And I went, well, okay then. And then he says, you know, he's been back and forth, worked 3 hours down in Greenwood, been all the way down there and had to do Pleasant Hill and wherever else. And I guess he was a somewhat new driver. And he was somewhat of a new driver. And he was saying about the stacked orders, or the double orders is what he said. But anyway, bashed my hand open. Anyway, so he was asking about that, and he says, how do I can I unassign one of those? Will it hurt my thing? And I went, because he said he'd done one on this double order, and it was the first one that paid him $16. But he says, you know, but it said it was only like $20 to do the whole thing. So the other one's paying me $4. But anyway, he ended up doing the other one, and it truly paid him $4. Anyhow, I said, yeah, I had one of those last night. I got caught out on that one. But I said, you know, I'd done all right on the first one, so just let it go. But I weren't being happy about it, because there was an awful lot of food to take to the bloody door and leave up the door for this shite. Anyhow, so I showed him how, you know, you get in there and you get to I haven't got it on this phone, but I can't get that phone on for it. But so when you open up, when the order comes through, or the offers come through, and it's a stacked one, just accept it. Accept it, and then go back on the little 3 flipping dashes in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and you can go in there and it'll show you how much each one is paying you. So you just pick the one that isn't paying you as much and kick it, unassign it. But he says, well, doesn't that hurt my ratings, your acceptance rate? I went, yes, it does. But as long as you the acceptance rate don't. Well, that was odd. Anyway, as I was saying, not acceptance rate, rather, your completion rate. He did say acceptance rate, and I said, well, that doesn't seem to matter any worth a toss, because my one's way low. I think my one's down to 13 or 14% at the minute, and it fluctuates a lot. And I said, that's been right the way down to, I don't know if I told him that it been that, but anyway, my one has been right the way down to bloody 0, and I still got orders, and good paying orders too. But it don't take a lot for the acceptance rate actually to go up. Just once you take an order, it just starts increasing again. Don't even worry about that. So if the geezer is watching this, don't even worry about it. So anyway, yeah, that's the acceptance rate. Now, the thing that you do have to watch is the completion rate. So the completion rate, basically, if you go in and unassign an order, that will affect your completion rate. So it'll take 1 point off of that per one that you unassign. But again, I mean, you don't necessarily have to worry about that. You don't want it getting below 80% on that, because they can look towards not suspended, deactivating you. But apparently there's been people that have been way less than that, and they still not been deactivated. Maybe they were lucky, I don't know. But I've never been as low as that. I think the lowest I ever went was maybe 92 or 93%. But at the moment, I think it's at 97. But yeah, and I've done like 2,700 orders, I think, 2,700 orders, somewhere around about that. Delivery, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, you can just go in. But the thing is what he was saying. He was taking every offer. I told him, don't, and that goes for everyone. Don't take every bloody order. You're not obliged to take every order. It's your vehicle. You're paying the petrol, you're paying the insurance, you're paying the maintenance. And it's your time in it. So just set a limit. Don't be afraid to let the flipping just hit the decline button. Just decline it. If it ain't paying enough, which means if it's well below flipping $6, I mean, my minimum, set a minimum. My minimum is $6.50. If there's a peak pay of, let's say, $1, then it goes up to $7.50. If it goes up $2 or $3 peak pay, then that goes, my minimum goes up another $2 or $3, depending on which one it is. And it's not being greedy. I know that some customers may look at this and go, well, he's being greedy. Well, I'm not. And that's, I mean, just take the $6.50 or the minimum for 2 to 3 miles. And again, I mean, it sounds, maybe sound greedy, but it's not. It's not, because petrol seems to fluctuate here an awful lot. It's up and down like a bloody horse draws with the flipping fuel. I think the petrol today was, what, $3.17 at BP in Lee's Summit. I get 5 cents off a gallon of that because I've got an account with him. So, and every bit helps. I looked on Upside as well, but Upside didn't have anything worth going there. So, but it might change. I mean, tomorrow, I don't think I need petrol. I might do. No, I won't. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah. Anyway, just to use the Upside app. It's free. Sometimes it helps. All that money, cashback money, goes into your Upside account, and you know, just hold on to it till you need it or whatever. But anyway, so where was I going? So yeah, set yourself a minimum. Minimum for me, like I said, $6.50, and that's from 2 to 3 miles, up to 3 miles on that. And if you set it for 3 miles, that way it keeps you within the Lee's Summit zone, unless you're on the very edge of town. But it don't matter, you're still going to pick up an order anyway. If there's one going, you're going to get an offer from somewhere. And also it pays for your time. It's not only the petrol, the maintenance on the vehicle, and all the insurance, etc. Christ, we pay enough in insurance for sure. But it's it's your time too. I mean, look at it tonight. There I was in, where was I? Twice I got held up tonight. One was at 54th Street. It was like a 15-minute wait or so. Not a lot granted, but, and the order was like paying $13, or the delivery fee rather. So that wasn't so bad. And anyway, I was too busy yapping as well, but it was helping that bloke out, hopefully. And the other place was Taco Bell on 291. I questioned whether I was doing the right thing when I did that, and I wasn't. Anyhow, that was paying $7.50, and that was literally going maybe a mile. Yeah, maybe a mile away. Mile and a half at the very most. Anyhow, and I texted the person to say that this will take a little bit. It appears that the staff here are rather confused and slow. So I'll be with you as soon as I can. Never did hear anything from them. They didn't acknowledge that. But anyway, but yes, but it's your time that you're there. I mean, yes, I mean, I was in there, what, 15, 20 minutes yet again, apparently. I just sat down and started editing some pictures. And there wasn't a whole lot going on at the time. So I just sat there and waited. And actually, it's just as well I did, because that one actually, even though it was on, showed $7.50, which if it had been a quick pickup, which it was not, it would have been a great order. But it wasn't that quick. And yeah, I could have unassigned it, but like I said, I mean, there was not a lot else going on at that time in the evening in the area, for us at least, not for me at least. So I just sat and waited on that one. And anyway, by the time I delivered it, I think it turned out to be $13.50, which was darn good. But so sometimes it's worth waiting, but what you got to do is, and you won't know it now, but as time goes on and you go to these different restaurants, then you're going to learn how quick some are and some aren't, or a lot aren't. But I mean, if you go to places like the Mint or whatever, normally they're right on it, and they give you the food's normally ready. If you go to Pizza Hut and Rice Road, they've normally got it ready, or it's not very far behind. 10 minutes, I think, is the most I ever waited there. And that was only because there was a cock-up on something, I think someone burned the bloody first one. I don't know, but anyway, that was a while ago. But for the most part, they're darn good in there. Wingstop and Lee Summit at 291. Very, very good in there. Again, I mean, if there's a wait, just sit and wait for them, because they're looking to get you out the door too. They're not one of those restaurants that don't really care if a dasher or Uber or driver of any sort goes in there. They just don't appear to care. In fact, some of them will make you bloody wait. So I try not to go to the lobby on some places, or go to any of some restaurants. But yeah, I mean, you'll learn as you get yourself around the area. I mean, if Lee Summit, for example, is the area that you want to dash in, then yeah, I mean, just stick with it and just don't vip and take every order. You'll never make money, as you already know. You'll never make money or enough monies to pay your way. I mean, if you put yourself a minimum like I've done and many others have done, then just sit and wait for an offer to come in. I won't, maybe I'm extreme on it, but I won't take an order even if it comes in at $6.49. I'm not messing with it. And I learned a few weeks ago, actually I've learned a couple of times recently, I decided, yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, that one, yeah, I'll take that. And it was just an absolute nightmare, and it was like $6. And you think like 50 cents wouldn't matter. Well, boy, was I wrong. I mean, I definitely declined flipping any that are $2.50 or under $5. Definitely, or $5.50. Definitely decline those all day long. Even if they come as a stacked order, sometimes they'll come up and it'll be like a double order. You're already picking up from Pizza Hut, for example, and then another one to come in and it's $5. It's on your route, but then they'll say something stupid like, oh, it's like 8 miles, excuse me. There's one I had a few days ago. 8 miles for $5. No. It doesn't add up. You've got to have at least $1 a mile. It may well change. I mean, it may well change at the other end. I mean, the customer may well have given a $10 tip or something. But Doordash, in all their stupidity, hide the flipping tips. I don't know why. No one knows bloody why, I don't think. But if they would show the exact amount that's going to be flipping given on these deliveries, then they would get more pickups. Well, as long as they're all over the minimum, of course. But there's been many times that have gone and picked up an order and, you know, go there and pick it up for $6.50, $7, whatever, and then you get up to the other end, drop it off, and as soon as you hit the confirm button, then you find out how much it really is, and it could be like another $20 or so. But yeah, just to reiterate, don't take every order. Don't take every offer, excuse me. It's not an order until you've actually agreed to it. And then if you feel you made a mistake, then unassign it. Now, the other thing is what on Doordash, what I like, and it's the same on Grubhub, and there are some differences on each one. But certainly on Doordash, when an offer comes in and it starts flashing up and tells you at the bottom where to pick up from, where's it going, or what road it's going to, or whatever, you can zoom in on the map and you can tell exactly where it's going. So even if you don't know the area, you can zoom in on it, and if it's an area that you don't want to go for whatever reason, or for me, I mean, I don't like to deliver to flats or apartments, mainly because it hurts my knee a lot. Certainly did tonight because I've got 2 of them. Anyway, but you just zoom in and you can see, one, you might already know that part of the area and know where it's one, or the other is that it's just a much bigger building than the rest, and you know, there's various other bigger buildings around it. I mean, but yeah, for my reason, I just do it because I don't want to deliver to apartments or whatever. I would deliver to the Donovans, mainly because they got an elevator in there, and plus they ain't all that big, to be fair. I mean, I can whip through there pretty quickly ish, and been in there a lot of times. And then there's some down by the Longview campus, and I don't remember the names of them, but I know they're right on the very edge of town, and they've actually got elevators on them. So I'd take those ones, and I only found those out recently, so when I mistakenly took one. But yeah, I mean, there is money in it. You just got to learn your way about and learn how to spot which ones are the money. Generally, if they're like $6.25 and above, then there's going to be a tip on that. But sometimes it's not going to be a whole lot. Sometimes it's going to be like one I had tonight, 25 cents. That was on a larger order though, but it's okay, you know. If the money works out, I mean, I try to get like $2 a mile. I mean, but a minimum of $1 a mile, and a minimum order pickup rather at $6.50, unless there's a peak pay. And that's really it. That's really it. I mean, you just, like I said, you're paying for everything, so just set the goal, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to hit the decline button. If you don't know where the decline button is, it's the top right hand corner of the Doordash map. Just hit that, give it the excuse, tell it flipping bug off or whatever you're going to say. And personally, I think there should be a few other phrases in there. I'd probably get kicked off for that. Anyway, and just let it go. Just let it go. I'd rather sit in the car park and wait for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and miss a $3.25 order or $2.25 or a $5 order, whatever offer rather, and wait for a $6.50 or more. Because generally, if it's a $6.50, most of the time it will go up. At least it has done in my experience. So yeah, like I said, your car, your rules. They pay you. Also, what I would do is get yourself a Dasher Direct card. And the reason I say that is because as soon as you end a dash, not every time you drop off an order, but every time you end your shift, however long that you want to be on for, Dash will pay you direct on the Dasher Direct card immediately. So, and you can use that card. It's a Visa debit card, and you can use it wherever you want to use it. Personally, I actually have my one as a card listed on my BP account. So I get so when I go to get petrol, I'll use the Upside app. If there's like 10 cents a gallon back, let's say, or 20 cents, let's say 20 cents a gallon cash back per gallon, then I will get that, and then I'll switch on the BP app and let them know what pump number I'm at, etc. And they'll already know which garage I'm at, hit which pump I'm on, click that through, and wait for that to open up the pump so I can get the petrol out of it. And anyhow, I'll get an immediate drop of between 5 and 10 cents a gallon. It doesn't get the 10 cents a gallon much, but off for each 10 cents off per gallon. So there's no cash back on it, they just take it off immediately. But if you team that up with your Get Upside account, you'll then earn cash back. You'll also, that's right, on the Dasher Direct card, you'll get 2% cash back for using it at your petrol station or go and get some food or whatever. There's different things for that, but it's only 2% cashback on the fuel at the minute. But yeah, and then if you team that up with your Get Upside, you can also earn some cash back on wherever you decide to eat. I think like Lion's Choice at the moment on bloody hell, Chipman Road, it's like about 20%. It fluctuates. And the one on Blue Parkway down in Independence, I think was like 32% cash back. So it's always good to have that, and then you can get it at other shops, other restaurants too. Anyhow, oh, good grief. Okay, so last night, yeah, I finished at 3:30 a.m. and didn't get to sleep until maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, because I was up trying to do a video and try to edit the video, and it was taking a little bit slower than intended. Anyhow, hopefully I'll be all together later today, back out there early, getting with the Halloween crowd. See what we can do. I know last Halloween it was a blinding flipping time. It didn't stop for anything. It was absolutely busy. People, like when I went to parties to deliver, people were well flipping fun to be around for the most part. They kept giving us flipping sweets to take away. That's probably why I got so chubby. Yeah, like it was that. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you're out doing that tomorrow, or today rather, as it's now nearly 12:25, and hopefully you'll all have a good time. And don't forget, you can look out for all the kids on the road. If you're in the dark streets, whatever, put the full beams on so you can watch out. Be a bit more, be extra vigilant. Definitely extra vigilant. Because there's been several times recently, I don't know what it is with people, but they come away from work or wherever they've been, and they either they ride in their bicycles and they don't have bloody lights on the bike, and then they're all wearing dark clothing. Makes it bloody difficult to see anyone. But you just got to be more vigilant. But certainly vigilant today or this coming evening. Alright, well, thanks for watching. As usual, hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button, please. Both of those actions will do something to the algorithm of YouTube, and it'll make the channel grow somehow. Seems that I'm stuck at where I'm stuck at the moment. And hit the share button if you want to share it with friends or family or colleagues that feel that they might get some content out of some, maybe they'll get some good content out of it. Or if there's someone that you don't like and you want to torture them with my voice, then feel free to share it with them. I don't care. And then of course hit the bell icon. Just tap on that and you'll get warned every time I release a video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will try to get some more tips out soon. And yeah, just come back, watch whatever I decide to put on here. And I'm going to try and get some daytime ones. I've got the camera. I've got to get a new mount to go on over the mirror. I think I'm going to get one of those ones. See how well they work. And it's out of my way then. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.